Hey guys, I'm Ariana. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe down below before you leave and hit the post notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be kind of a rushed video, but I'm going to be doing an updated everyday makeup routine and I am in a rush, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is going to be like a realistic makeup routine. I need to be ready right now and you might hear my mom yelling at me, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in. The goal is to have maximum impact with the least amount of effort and product. I'm gonna try to do this really quick. So the first thing that I'm going in with is a moisturizer. This is a jelly moisturizer from Wishful by Huda Beauty. I am wearing moisturizer, but I just want a little bit more hydration and skin prepping, okay? I'm gonna try to get this done in under 10 minutes. So I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty primer. So I actually did a poll on this on my Instagram and I polled the e.l.f. Putty primer versus the Benefit Professional primer, and most people chose the Putty primer, which I'm not surprised about, and I also agree with them. And then some people chose the the Benefit Professional primer, and I was like, what are y'all doing? Because I have both and I feel like the Professional primer, just because I think some people are like into brands and like some people just like more expensive stuff, but I definitely like the Putty primer better than the Professional primer from Benefit. But I also feel like the Benefit Professional primer is good for people with oily skin because it does have like more of a matte finish. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation Stick. This is in the shade Macchiato and I'm not going to put it all over my face, so I am kind of just going to like spot conceal some areas that need some attention, and I'm also going to put it under my eyes and then a little bit on my forehead and around my nose. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my foundation brush, but still trying to keep it in the same area that I placed the product and just maybe blend it out just a little bit. I really like this foundation when I am going out to wear a mask because I feel like the finish is really natural and it feels like so healthy somehow. It just feels like really good healthy skin to me, and it also is supposed to be non-transferable, which is pretty good. I think it really does hold up to that expectation pretty well. I mean, of course it's going to transfer just a little bit because it's makeup, but it actually works pretty well. And I also like the color. The hairs on my brush are coming off of my face. Also gonna put some on my eyelids just to even up that area. At this point I'm just gonna kind of blend it out all over my face, but I use like the smallest amount of product. This is not it. Like this, I don't need this right now. For concealer, I'm gonna be going in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. So I'm going to put that right in the inner corners of my eyes, in the outer corners, and then highlight my nose just a little bit. I don't want to put too much product either just because I do not have the time to sit here and blend it out. So I'm going to take my foundation brush from Wet n Wild and then just kind of blend it out under my eye. And then give myself a little facelift over here and try to blend it out as fast as possible. I hate when I'm doing my makeup and I feel rushed. Like I had no prior notice that this was happening and now I am being rushed and it's so annoying. I'm one of the people in my family that everyone thinks takes very long to get ready. That may be true, but it's like I know how long I take to get ready, and depending on what I'm going for and where we are going, I will set aside my hour or two to get ready, which does not affect anyone else, but you know, just let me know beforehand. Stay out of my way, leave me alone, and we will be there on time. But I did not know that this was happening today, so this is no one's fault, I guess, but I'm still getting yelled at because I take long. After blending that out, I'm going in with my Airspun translucent powder. I'm going to take the brightening brush from Alamar Beauty or Alamar Cosmetics. I can never remember which one. I'm going to go ahead and set under my eyes. Like I said, I will be wearing a mask, so I am going to put powder all over my face just to kind of try to minimize the transfer. I'm going to take this big fluffy powder brush and just set the rest of my face. And kind of like dust away the excess from under my eye. I'm going to be going in with the Wander Beauty Trip for 2 blush and bronzer palette. I'm just going to kind of place some bronzer right over here in my cheekbone area and bring it up toward my temples and just kind of blend it out. So if I'm in a rush, I'm just gonna like pick up a lot, place it right in this area, and then just hope for the best, you know? Blend it out. We're not going for anything crazy, and we're also gonna be wearing a mask today. But you know, I still don't want to look like a blank face. That's good enough for me. Then we're gonna go and move on to the forehead, bronze that up and bring up some color around my jawline, and then go back in one more time to blend it out a little bit more. Take my nose contour brush, go in with some bronzer, and just create like 2 lines going down the top of my nose, and then the bottom, and then the bridge, and create like a little circle here at the end. I'm going to take my brightening brush that I use for my under eyes and just kind of soften up these harsh lines. So I'm not really blending it out, but I'm just lightening it up a little bit so it looks softer but still contoured. Go in with my blush brush and the blush from this palette, and then just kind of put it on my temple area. So like I said, I like to pick up a lot firsthand and then just like place it in the area that I want most of the color, and then just go ahead and blend it out. And I'm going to marry it with the bronzer as well. So I'm placing this like pretty high up on my cheekbones to give myself a little facelet, because you know it was pretty high up, and kind of putting it into my hairline as well. And then I put some on my nose. On to brows now. I'm going to be taking my concealer brush in my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to carve out my brows, so I'm not going to be filling them in. We are going for a little bit more natural, and we're going for time efficient. So I'm just going to take some concealer on the back of my hand with my concealer brush. And I'm literally just going to go ahead and carve out my brows. So this is what I like to do on the regular, like on the daily, when I'm just going out, nothing crazy. This just makes my brows look much more clean and a lot more symmetrical, so I do not have to fill them in. Also, for me, my brows are pretty full. I mean, like, they could use some filling in when I'm going for a more full glam, full coverage look, but they are perfectly fine for an everyday look. After I carve out both of my brows, I'm going in with this Real Techniques brush and just blending out the concealer just so that there are no harsh lines. Going back in with my brightening brush, I'm just gonna like stamp the brow just so I can set the concealer that is around it. We're gonna move on to eyes. So I'm gonna take the same blush and bronzer palette, and I'm gonna go in with kind of like a big fluffy blending brush, and I am just going to kind of define the shape of my eye. So I'm going in with the bronzer first, and I'm just going to put that in the outer corner and bring it into my crease, and then kind of drag it out toward my temples so that like my eye shape looks a little bit more defined. So when I am going for like an everyday natural look, and also I don't have time, I will just go in with some bronzer and blush just to, you know, do something here and add a little bit of color and definition without really having to do like a look. I'm also not going to be wearing falsies today either. I'm just going to be going in with mascara, which sometimes I feel like takes a little bit longer than even putting on eyelashes, because I actually do spend some time trying to make my lashes look nice and long and full, rather than just swiping some mascara on, because you won't even see my natural lashes if I put on falsies. But it's okay, I'm not going for crazy right now. So I just put the bronzer in my crease. We're almost done, bro. Almost done. I just put the bronzer in my crease and just dragged it out a little bit. Now I'm going in with the blush, and I'm just gonna put that on my lid just to add a little bit of color and just like some cohesiveness with the blush going on my face. And this is also just gonna like liven up my eyes and give me some awake looking, I don't know, my eyes will look just awake, I guess. That was quick and easy, cute, we like it. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush that I used to carve out my brows, and I'm just gonna clean up the eyeshadow on these outer corners and just kind of make it into like a really nice wing. And this is also going to give me a little facelift and also just like clean up the eyeshadow. So this is going to make everything look symmetrical, put together, and just better. So if you don't do this, you definitely should. It doesn't matter if you're wearing like a crazy full B eye look or even just this, how much better does that look? I love it. I can't not do this. We're gonna move on to mascara. I'm going in with the Tarte Maneater mascara. I like this mascara because the wand allows me to really get up in my lashes and elongate them. So when I'm not wearing falsies, I like to really go in on my lashes with mascara. So I put the first coat on the bottom part of my mascara as normal people do. And then I also like to go on the back end of my lashes and kind of twirl my brush in there just to get a lot of product. And then I go back in under and kind of comb them out so there's no clumpiness. I feel like this makes them look so much longer. You see how long this is taking? Like if I just swiped some mascara on and then decided to put on some falsies, this would have like been done already. I'm gonna move on to the next eye and I'm gonna do the same thing. I do actually go in with two mascaras, but this one I feel like adds the length. And I also just like try to give it more attention because I really hate clumpy looking mascara. So I really like to comb through and make sure that the lashes look like lashes instead of like clumpy spidery lashes. Alright, so these are my lashes right now. We're gonna go in with the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and this is where we're gonna add some volume. Also, when I'm doing my everyday looks, I just like to put mascara and just keep all of the focus on the top half of my eye. So I like to put a lot of mascara to really open up my eye and just like eyeshadow or eyeliner or whatever on top of my eye, and I keep the bottom lash line bare because I just feel like it looks cuter, and especially because I'm not wearing falsies and I don't really have a lot of eyelash volume. This just kind of makes it look like I have more lashes because all of the attention is on the top. So the last thing that I'm going to do is go in with some highlighter. So I'm going to be taking this RealHer Cheek Trio. This is the Ultimate Glow Getter Cheek Trio. I got my BoxyCharm box. I'm not really a fan of this, but I don't feel like opening my drawer right now because that is going to take some time. It's a very difficult draw, so I'm just going to put a little bit on like the highest point, literally the highest point. I'm not taking it down at all because we are wearing a mask, so I'm just going to keep it where it is visible and it does not have to touch my mask, and then just kind of put it on top of my brows. And I'm just going to put some on my nose even though I'm wearing a mask because I love to do that. I'm going to go in with some setting spray. This is the In Beauty Project Power Up Setting Spray. So I kind of don't really use setting spray, but I like to go in when I am wearing a mask just to like really lock it in. And I'm also just like, I like to press my face and like really get that setting spray onto my skin and keep it there. I'm going to go back in with my brightening brush one more time and just set around my mouth area because I don't want it to be dewy or shiny because like I said 100 times, we are wearing a mask. Last thing I'm going to do is go in with some lip liner. So I like to just put it like the top and the bottom and the center and then kind of blend it in, overline them just a little bit. Okay guys, so that was it for today's video. I really gotta go. My mom is just like on my ass right now. Like, I'm sure it's only been like 10 minutes, like calm down. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!